And the reason why that is that this is a team that likes to play patiently. Passion, though, on the opposite side. Henchmen can't clutch it out. They are the first team to go out in this lobby. It's been non-stop action already off the first, minute of this game, with this first circle now just starting to close. OMIT, a team that I highlighted here, with only leaving Tyler from Navi left alive. OMIT take this fight, and they clear up Navi as a second team to meet themselves in the lobby.
Alliance will start looking over here at OMIT for the next power position, because high ground, as we've already seen, Vicky, means so much in this zone. In fact, jumping on board, does find one knock with the wingman. Gonna make it a second, although he goes down himself, and Alliance should have this fight in the bag.
Effect was looking left or right, moving and breaking necks right behind him. He just needed the rest of Alliance to help back him up, and that is OMIT going down. But you put a wingman in Effect's hands, he'll make that magic happen. But it's been non-stop fighting on the other edge of the circle. It's 2 Rats, 1 Controller, who also have a wingman in hand. We mentioned the Mozambique earlier before, and right through the smoke, that's where we can see that really coming clutch. But they get the next knock here. They did lose out on their lifeline, and with that single wingman shot at the very end, they fully take care of full English. Uchako just looking like he is in full form right now. No nerves needed. They are playing with confidence.
And we're closing in. No time left to stay in this building. You got to take the fight now or never. LCDF's caustic ult is massive, but losing Izzadent almost immediately means that their chances of making it out of this fight alive are almost zero. The pickup of Aurora is a big one, but remember, so many more teams are coming. 07 still needing to drop down, an LVH right above them. Surely that's the next 3v3 we take.
Once they all show their faces, it's just open range for Alliance to take shots at them. Infinite playing all right underneath them. 07 now taking the shots. Here comes the EMP. The Nox grenade coming out right on time to seek response. Get eliminated with the last 4 remaining teams. We knew it was going to be a bloodbath once all these squads are forced to coexist by the fence line.
LVH are just dripping out placement points now, but Alliance play for the win, sending it on to 2R1C. Have they waited too long? They've still got 1 Rat behind them, but I say that just as Infinite go down. Uchako's wingman's doing a lot of work, but with Macy down, now 2R1C can't reset. They lose Yarka as well, and it's just Uchako left holding literally the banner for 2R1C. Hammer Points takes out Alliance. LVH are coming in for the third party, and it's just Uchako left. Not enough against the 3-man swing of LVH.
LVH had to go through the trenches to get to that spot.
There's a chance that Graceful gets to walk up, but for teams like Forge, who had an excellent position in the ring, having now descended onto the low ground and lost 2, who can say what the future holds?
Up to Slayers in the end, the big boom, the man himself, the fragger to be. He pulls off the battery here, and from behind, seems like damage from across from them is actually sealing the deal for them here in the end. I believe it's that caustic gas that sends 07 home.
Alright, almost cracked as well.
I'm ulting.
Alright, let's go. 6 flash.
One of the rope.
I'm dodging bangles. Fine crack, far right. Really far here. Low.
Yeah, I see him. I'm going through rope routes.
Yeah. Crack them in the open.
AC. One.
Don't die. Last guy.
Yeah, chilling.
Bang on me, play the corner.
Yeah.
Running away. Can we get the kill?
Here. Get the kill.
We got the kills in here.
Oh, he's right here. Okay.
Got away.
PassionUA with a Kraber in hand can change that, but it's not a knock, just a lot of damage. And unfortunately for PassionUA, with a team beneath them, it's not enough to push them. Instead, they're going to have to take the 3v3, 50-50ing it all for their chance of the next zone. And while they will finish the fight, it's OMIT that take the win. Made in Heaven swinging onto Cybercats, and you know who's chilling? It's Team Portugal, who just wait and watch all of this happen. The Cybercats are decimated, dipping back into the zone, and Synetic should clean up another kill, pushing Made in Heaven into 4th place.
Now a final 3v3. Made in Heaven coming out far more healthy, and Portugal with much less space than expected. With 1 down, it's a 2v2 now.
Down. Made in Heaven have lost 1 already, and they can't actually effectively siege Team Portugal over or under the truck. There's too much cover here. Kashera's gone down. It's a 2v2, and Synetic's getting full set even as he hits for flesh. Gets 1 knock, almost finds a second. It's Synetic on 15 HP that clutches the game for Made in Heaven.
For Made in Heaven, a clutch against all, even with tax down here. Cold and ANC outplayed, taking it toe-to-toe here. I love the back-end rotate from Graceful, especially with Urban as low as they are now. Trying to capitalize inside the building. They've got to work against a Caustic with none on their own, but at least a single knock found.
Rampage, not a great weapon for these early engagements. Not really a great weapon this season. It's had its moments, but especially, in the early engagements, I meant to say, does have a lot of firepower. A couple of bullets from that can be very oppressive, but you obviously want to have something that can get the job done quickly. And it's just 3v2.
If not for this Caustic, it would already be done. Urban finally closing the gap on the other side. Once again, Graceful from behind as they capitalize on one, find two. It's an ANC outplayed home as our first team eliminated on Storm Point. 3-6 though, they, in their own lonesome here in Launchpad, have struggled to find their early starts, already losing out on Cracked by at least what I believe is Passion's.
One of the interesting things I'm noticing too, just taking a look at, as we see a big fight happening, coming down, Passion with the Hemlock trying to dissuade anybody from taking the spot. A care package, it's an attractive thing, and they certainly are going to claim at least that zone for now. Shots firing from the distance, so they'll drop down, but a few KP from Passion. Na'Vi having a fight against Made in Heaven here. This is huge. If Made in Heaven can win this one, they're on 31 points. That puts them near 34. Plus another placement. It's probably going to be about 35 points total. A big win means they could get close to match point. It's not impossible with 22 players left, but they'd have to go big. Matafe trying to clutch it up. The Caustic gas canister doing so much, but not enough.
Everyone tries to take advantage of the good position left behind by Aurora, and for 2R1C, they are so far from being able to take good advantage. Still though, Hardeki, Impulse, they want to capitalize on the damage that's down to move back in, but it's far too much time left on the reset. Aurora out in fourth with now LVH looking to capitalize all but so similarly. Now the fight between Made in Heaven and 07, that's what has been trained, manipulated by the likes of LVH here.
And it's just common sense for them. Let's go ahead and try to find the most points possible in a situation. We played a top 3. Let's get top 2. Or let's get a few more KP. LVH doesn't seem like anybody wants to challenge them. They could all sign a peace treaty and say, let's go for the team in the actual spot where the game is going to end. But 07 get the worst end of that trade. And the bargaining does not go their way. It is LVH. They have been at the top of this lobby. They have dominated since we've seen them so far today. And from range, LVH will claim another victory here on Storm Point, and they're almost at match point.
Now before we tune into Alliance playing inside of Jurassic.
The Jurassic rotate, one that is more for KP than it is for zone positioning. Alliance are emphasizing picking up points because they got to look at the scoreboard as well as we did before this game. Everyone is so far behind that you got to pick up as many points as possible in order to secure your spot.
But Go Next are flying from the sky to actually get on top of the same building as 07. Made in Heaven at 41 points, no longer close to match point just yet until he can maybe come out on top from this fight. But right now with them playing as a duo, it is looking incredibly hard. Crack after crack, they see the opportunity, but they need to move into the circle and they're about to get gate capped.
The zone is just too much. Arctic goes down to the ring. Made in Heaven are gone before they hit match point. And remember the Kraber. Aurora, of all things, have a Kraber that can change the end game. A single shot from that could put Go Next or Passion in the ground, and Passion are wrapping on low ground. Passion are taking the fight up against Go Next, giving Aurora all the time and space in the world. An early defensive crypto ult from Go Next forces them to take the fight back onto Passion, the low ground. And you know what that means, Vicky? It means Aurora are coming in for the win.
They are playing for second place, and Aurora's playing for the dub, as we always have, only leaving Bambino. It's just a matter of time, and Aurora, they take the game, and they take all the extra points. Not that they need it, but the dub that they grabbed from game number 4 before we transition onto World's Edge. And that leaves that building open after Made in Heaven have now moved from that spot. That leaves it for any team, Infinite, Passion, to quickly go for the rotate if they have the time. While LVH, the team with everything on the line, are getting fully sent. Lifen being the only one alive, dropping down from the low ground. A team above him, a team swinging to his left. There's only so much you could do. They're both healing right in front of each other. And Lifen doesn't have enough in the tank. He gets one knock. He tries to get the second, but swinging as a duo.
Made in Heaven took out Navi. And now they've got another squad pushing up on them. Passion moving in from the northern side, taking out bits of 2R1C here and there, have meager cover and are gonna go down. This fight, this all-out brawl.
Made in Heaven are 1 point away to sit at match point. This could be it here. Huge nades. Max Strafey sending out that nade from the distance. Now trying to take his last Craver shot. Misses with the pole being right there. They do feel a little bit of the pressure there. Made in Heaven are out of this lobby.
Now there are 4 squads, all with a very good chance to win. OMIT, though, going low, are at the mercy of PassionUA. Both teams have to keep high ground. Passion have a little bit more cover, but is that not enough?
No.
Another wingman knock comes in, and OMIT surely have the advantage, but can no longer cross the bridge to finish off this squad. Instead, OMIT will have to drop down into the full English and into Infinite, into the meat grinder that exists in this canyon.
The slow rotate of the circle helping them out. The EMP's coming in a huge scan from Lufka right here. Blast on the high ground. The nades are being set in their direction, having to avoid the Bangalore ult. The Arc Stars now as they drop down. PassionUA are out. Full English playing up the low ground. It is full English versus Infinite right now. And Infinite with their patient play off the canyon. They take the dub at the very end of the day. This fight, it's going to be Forge who have been taking this spot by the high ground close to the bridge this whole time. Engaging in this fight with 19 squads left. LCDF finds some of that resistance here. Idan playing just a little bit low, backing away in time for scanning. He's going to be able to pop this bat. He needs some suppressed fire, though. They find him. They get the knock. He does get the crack at the same time. He needs to follow from the rest of his team here. They try to go in, but missing some of those crucial flatline shots. Maybe the nail in the coffin for the Seether Funds. They are the second team to get eliminated, and look who's been invited to the third party. Perfect timing from Aurora.
Straight from the Herald of the North here, out from the Iceland wasteland. They're more than happy to keep things up and find that quick elimination. It's a perfect setup and now for LVH with all of the chaos ahead here. They finally make their way in. Lippin stuck out, huge damage down, a battery necessary here as the ticks come through. That's one out and the push alongside it.
Go next in a lot of trouble here. Aurora coming in without even seeing anything. The flatline is all they need.
It's not much of a 3v3 at this point here, and Orine, even though he falls, has found the cracks necessary for the remnants of this roster to pick things up. They've got the cover and space to boot, but for Made in Heaven, this is the advantage they look for here. A minor revive is stuck out, but the smoke, it's too hard for Tax to see through. Arctic sends it forward.
And the last 3 squads are fighting here. Made in Heaven get eliminated. It is Aurora versus OMIT, and they had way more distance to cross before they could try to third party this. 9 Impulse, though, literally won. They get the first knock. OMIT have the body advantage, or so I thought with Blast getting sent down. It is a 2v2 here, and OMIT are at the Evil Shield disadvantage versus Aurora.
They continue to wrap as Aurora gets reset after reset, but Lufka with the wingman from above finds the damage necessary, beams through the knockdown, and sets them up for their win in match 6.
And that is how you write some momentum, Zephyr. OMIT!
At least for now, holding the ridge line is good for Cold. I think both teams are playing this pretty darn well with the amount of bank smokes that have been thrown out. Nobody's over swinging, and ANC outplayed just now, trying to get a little bit aggressive, making the very first mistake of the engagement and losing a big advantage.
Huge flesh on the other side as Urban will go down here, but a great counter peek on the side from J&W evens this one up. Flesh found makes it a simple move for Cold to come in and clean this one up.
It's crazy that they've managed to climb up and take this spot away. LVH now essentially control 2 floors, pick up a full squad wipe, and PassionUA are gone. This rotation is really tough, especially with a squad coming in behind them. E6, jump on in.
I'm just gonna fly high. Probably like gonna land like back. No, right here maybe. Back to the boxes maybe. Okay. Back to the boxes, back to the boxes. Land on height, then fight this guy. Land on height. Right side, watch out. Fight this guy.
Look, cracked. Coming.
110. Dead.
Stay alive, boys.
I'm buying.
Guy on me.
Not.
Dead. Top left.
Break the fences, please.
100, on me.
No, full team.
Crack.
No, he's low. Stay alive, Optic. No.
We're going to another game, Zephyr, as Made in Heaven go down. It's 07 who run the map from the edge, the very tip of the finger in North Pad. And a Hammer Point P2020 to finish it off. I cannot imagine what could possibly be more 07, more nasty than this, clinching it in Game 7 to send us to another round.
Sitting at 16th, we're already on the 8th game right now. So many other teams making their way to match point, and Cold are trying to farm, but they get the first knock onto Urban. JMW is going to meet him on the floor here, only leaving Graceful to try to clean up what is left.
To pick everyone back up, and as low as the health bars are, this one's looking like it's going to ANC. Andy Jax finishes things off. Cold go down.
2 rats with controller also get eliminated in your feeds here, and the Mirage is still in this lobby.
Nice shots from Fuda. A knock as well. That one being onto Noises means that we are likely gonna get teams like Na'Vi and Cybercats on the low ground going down. It's a tactical retreat from Alliance, getting cover where they can around these rocks. But Unlucky keeps the high ground, keeps putting pressure down onto Passion, can't afford to be swung. Instead, he takes down 0-0 and essentially has won the fight for Alliance. Another squad crests, though. It's LVH contesting Alliance for the win.
They try to take on the opportunity. They try to third party at the right time, but Alliance immediately look around. Unlucky, still healthy, could go for the shield swap, but he loses out on effect, and Hockeys has to turn around. They get pinched. Alliance get eliminated, and Na'Vi have been going crazy in the feed with the Kraber. Now, as a duo, claim the high ground.
OMIT survive. OMIT, who are in a position to make LAN if they just stay alive. Managed to, with smokes and a nice bit of cover, at least keep it going for now, but a swing from the bottom takes out Blasts. OMIT from 4th place could still fall.
Na'Vi now fully trying to send it here with Blast going down. Luca being alive, he pops a piece of the HUD. He's playing up the knockdown, but there's too much health on the other side while Light was trying to restabilize. Doesn't even have a shield bat. He's forced to use the small shields while Aurora still trying to take this fight against the France off the low ground here.
Na'Vi.
They're too distracted. Na'Vi actually may sweep this India.
Oh no, but the lifeline! It's Hardeki left standing! This changes everything! The split second that Na'Vi took to wipe out OMIT has let the reset happen for Hardeki, for Aurora!
The script writes itself. Aurora is looking to take another one home. Our last 2 teams, it is Na'Vi versus Aurora, and Hardeki Lifeline has helped restabilize this whole team.
Lifeline re-enters the meta. Lifeline shatters EMEA, and Aurora win the regional finals here in EMEA, sending themselves to the playoffs in style.
There's a reason why this team is staying on top within EMEA. They already punched their ticket into LA to play for Split 1 LAN.